I'm Maria Carr, and I'm here with my daughter, Missy, who is going to introduce us to a good friend of hers and her husband's.
Yes, this is a good friend of mine. His name is Jeffrey Steadman, and he actually wrote a book on camping. He knows all about it. We call him our mountain man friend. And it's called Best in Tent Camping Utah. So, my good friend Jeffrey.
So, Jeffrey, how did you do this? Did you travel all over to find out?
Yeah, I did. I put about 8,000 miles on my car, just driving around.
Poor thing.
I know.
A hard job, but...
Well, actually 2 different cars, because the first truck didn't quite make the journey all the way. But anyway, the publisher wanted me to find the 50 best tent campgrounds in Utah. And so I set out to do that. I had a list, and I went and visited some great ones, visited some ones that I may not visit again, but it was a lot of fun, and so here I have the Best in Tent Camping Utah, the 50 selections that I made.
Great, that's wonderful, and I know that at some point we're going to put up your website so that anybody wants that. So, camping is good for Father's Day because...
Well, what dude doesn't love going out and camping? You know, it's a chance for us to go after those primal instincts, the hunter, the gatherer, the complainer, the whiner, those kinds of things. You know, but there are some things that you can do to make sure that you have a great tent camping experience. And so I've broken it down into what I call the 4 P's of a great tent camping experience. And the first P is plan. You don't want any surprises when you do any camping. If you show up and think that you have water in the campground and you don't, or you show up with your dog and they don't allow pets, you want to make sure that you've planned ahead and that you know exactly what you're getting into. There's a great resource that you can go to, publiclands.org. Will have all kinds of information about what's allowed, what's not. You want to look at things like fees, the weather that you're going to experience, those kinds of things. Plan ahead so that you don't have any surprises.
Or Jeffrey's book would also be really helpful, I bet.
Yeah. I tried to break it down in there. I have a little box that'll show that kind of information. The fees, the entrance fees to any parks, things like that.
So as we're planning, is that a good time to maybe look at some of the pictures of the campgrounds, or do you want to go through your 4 Ps first?
I'm going to show you 3 campgrounds that I've selected for today, but we're going to get there in just a second.
Okay,
I want to go through the other Ps.
Okay, let's go through the Ps.
The second P is pack. Okay.
That's the hard part.
That can be a little bit difficult. Here's my tip, my secret. Always pack the day before. You know how sometimes when you pack for a trip and you're on the plane and you go, well, I forgot this, I forgot. Give yourself a buffer day. Give yourself time to remember those things that you may have forgotten. The other thing is, the other thing is, you know, I want to show you something actually. I brought a toothbrush that I take with me when I go backpacking. And I've actually cut the end of this off to save weight inside my backpack, because my whole world is on my back. Okay? Every ounce counts when you backpack.
Okay.
Okay, but tent camping is not backpacking. So throw all the stuff that you want in the car. You don't have to worry about saving weight. I mean, if you think you might need it, sure, throw it in there. As long as you got room for everybody being a seatbelt, just go out and do some camping.
You don't have to pack light then.
You don't have to pack light.
Okay, good.
Pack heavy.
Okay, let's get to the rest of those then.
Okay, play is the third P. Play. Have an idea of the things that you want to do while you're there. Is there hiking? Is there backpacking? Is there fishing? Is there you know, what kind of experiences are you going to have while you're there? Plan some out. Also, have a lot of in-camp activities, especially for the kids.
You know, some card games, frisbee, you know, little things like that you can play. Great idea.
Okay,
absolutely. You don't want a bunch of bored kids running around. And the last P would be pig out. Everything.
My favorite.
Yeah, everything tastes better when you're camping. I don't know what that's about, but it does. You can bring lots of food, bring lots of snacks for in-between meals, bring lots of drinks. You got kids running around in the sun. You don't want people to get dehydrated. So those are the 4 Ps.
Great.
Instead of just, you know, mom or dad doing all the packing and stressing out and trying to worry about everything, it works so much better if they can all have fun together.
Now, I think that somebody has been conniving here, my husband and Missy, because I've never been much of a camper. I love nature, but I always tell my husband, just because I love nature doesn't mean I have to sleep with it. But anyway, he thinks that after this segment, I'll be willing to go camping, so we'll see.
Maybe we'll convince you. We'll do what we can, right?
Okay, yeah,
Well,
I have gone, but you know.
Well, when you plan it together and we talk about what food everybody wants to eat, what kind of activities they want to do, make it something that everyone can have input in, and then set a specific departure time when you're leaving for the mountains. So everyone goes to the mountains together.
In your studio.
And then instead of thinking of, you know, the things that you have to do while you're camping, like setting up tents and, oh my gosh, cooking food, make it a fun activity. Have the kids involved in pitching a tent. Because what 6-year-old doesn't want to try to, you know, put up a tent? That's so much fun for them. So make those things a part of your vacation and not a part of the work.
Yeah,
so
good.
That's a part of the trick. And then dinner, the great thing is roasting. You know, you can roast over fire, you have marshmallows and hot dogs, and that's half the fun. And one idea too, I've got, you know, I have another way to make it a lot easier is if you have just tubs or boxes with all your equipment in, you can just take it and you can bring it back in. But a really important thing is that time around the fire together, is that time spent together.
Stop 1 second. In case Denise goes camping with us, we got to have that.
Oh, because she brings those camping.
Yep.
Who knew why?
Okay.
That's true.
Tell us why it's important to go through all this trouble.
One of the reasons why it's so important, because okay, I can give you as many tips as I could possibly do in hours of how to make it easy, and let's be honest, it's never going to be completely easy. It never will be simple, but the good thing is that that's okay. It's okay that it's not completely easy because it's still worth it. It is one of the best things that you can do with your family because it takes you out of all the distractions of TV, phones, friends, you know, work, and all these things. It takes you out and it puts you in a completely, you know, bonding experience. It gives you a chance to talk around the fire or stargaze together.
We got a caller with a question. Okay, go ahead. Okay, what about using the bathroom in your backyard? Do you go behind a tree? Do you go in? Now, this is the one.
I'm betting if you have a young boy that they would think that was great.
No, because
you'll have to teach him sometime.
We want to pretend like this is real camping.
He has a point.
Right?
Exactly.
Do we go in the house or do we go in the backyard?
Good question.
No
That's
cheating.
one exception. Oh.
He says no cheating.
So Jeffrey and I disagree on this one.
Same.
He is a camping expert.
Yeah, he is the expert.
That's right.
He's the
That's
expert.
right.
And Missy is the expert on having fun with your families. So
Yes, and it's so important.
We have 45
all the
seconds,
research,
so-
thank you. In all the research and everything that we've looked at, the most important thing with family time is that it's meaningful. They find that if people have meaningful times together, times to talk and laugh and create, you know, inside jokes and funny stories, then they have better relationships later in life. They have better relationships with their family. It just creates this great identity for the family and for the individual. So even though it's not easy, I definitely recommend the work.
thank you so much for being here. Missy has to be, I just make her, but thank you so much, Jeffrey. So great to have you here. And his website address is See You Out There, right?
See, yeah.
SeeYouOutThere.com or JeffreySteadman.com. So either way.